our systems and to our cars. We have Amanda live at Black's Tire and Auto with some cold weather car care tips.
That's right. Yeah. So talk about cold weather, Sarah, and things can happen to cars, especially, you know, here where we are, we're all used to being nice and warm and cozy. And then all of a sudden, boom, the cold weather like this hits. So what are some of the potential things that can happen?
A couple of the biggest things is a no start situation with your car. Battery doesn't like it when it gets cold. Cold weather will kill them quicker. Another thing is tire pressures. It's going to fluctuate a couple of pounds. 4 pounds is about normal. So yeah, it's that fluids get a little bit thicker. Don't go through the engine as easily as normal.
So yeah, when you have a no start situation, you got to troubleshoot, right, and figure out. So first of all, for example, let's see if we can find the battery, because sometimes that's an interesting thing. So we'll come in here, and I'm going to let you open up. So we'll come over here. We were talking off camera about how in every car and truck and situation, it's a little bit different. And sometimes you have to really search for the battery. Sometimes you can't even really access it. But right here in this truck, okay, this is nice truck. This is a nice truck. The battery is just right here, super easy to get to. So that's one thing that, you know, it's good to know where your battery is, and hopefully you don't have to find out on cold mornings like this, but we'll talk a little bit more about how you can troubleshoot, what you can look for, and how you can stay warm, hopefully. That's right, yeah. In a cold day, you might try to start your car and it won't start, so then you start to troubleshoot the battery. A dead battery could be one that, you know, cold, so boom, it kind of kills the battery. So you have this fancy thing that you can hook up to it.
Yeah.
And so you always want to hook red to the red and black to the black, positive, positive. Not all cars distinguish between them anymore.
Correct. Correct. So on the battery, there's normally a plus and a negative. If it doesn't have it or you can't see it, then you look for the ground wire coming off, connecting to the side of the car.
Yeah, so that's a good pointer right there, is that the black, the negative ground wire always connects to something metal over here. Okay, so how's it looking? So this actually reads the battery, but this is also how somebody could jump start their car, you know, using the jumper cables and then from one battery to the next.
Yep.
And kind of give it a little zoom and see if that works.
Yeah, normally, even if your battery's dead, jumper cables it'll at least start the vehicle so you can get somewhere and get it tested.
Okay, all right. And what else over here? You have these, it looks like we're at a swimming pool, but it's a test bit for something else.
So this tests the coolant.
And why would you want to do that?
So you need to get your coolant flushed every so often. Every manufacturer is different on it. It's going to make sure it's not going to freeze. So once it becomes bad, then you're taking a chance of it freezing in colder temperatures. So this one, it'll tell you what you're at, freezing point.
Cool, because yeah, that helps the car go in the cold, and then of course the battery is a big thing, and lots of other things too, including your tires, and we'll talk more about that. Also, you know, just you might want to start your car early if you can this morning, because it's pretty cold out there. That's right, yeah. So cold weather, it can kill a battery. It can also kind of deflate the tires. So what do people need to know?
So when it's cold outside, the air in your tire condenses, so that can make your TPMS light come on. Usually about 2 to 4 pounds it'll drop. It's not detrimental, but you do want to come by and let us fill your tires up.
Okay. So show us. And so so nowadays too, some of the newer cars, they don't actually have a spare tire in the back. They have an air pump.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So basically all you do, you undo the little twisty thing, pop this on, and then this, you know, shows where
what your PSI is in the tire.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And so you want them all to be even and to be up to whatever they need to be.
Yep. And most cars have a label inside of the driver door that shows what your air pressure should be at.
Right. Yeah, that's important to know too, because if you don't, yeah, so it's usually, I guess we'll test this car out. Yeah, usually right in here. So, take that out. So right here, this is where, in general, most cars, you can find it here. And there's also sometimes a difference between the front and the back tire?
Correct. Most trucks will need to take more air pressure in the back, because if they're towing stuff, then it's going to be a higher PSI in the rear tires than the front tires.
Okay. And something I found out this morning, I don't know if you can see it outside or not, but y'all actually come out and help people if they have a dead battery or something's wrong, their car won't start. Yep. You have this little mobile service now.
Yeah, we do tires, everything.
Nice.
Or just not mechanical stuff, but we can jump off cars. We can actually come out to you and change the tire on location. So
I like it, because who wants to change a tire anytime, especially in cold weather like this? Weather that can kill a battery. That's something very common that people might run into. Their car won't start, and your biggest thing is don't panic.
Correct. You can get it jumped off, get it to any location near you. We'll be glad to test it, replace it. If you can't get it started, you can always give us a call. We can come out and start it for you.
Yeah, you have this cool mobile service unit that I didn't know about for Black Tire, so that's pretty neat. So just a real quick, 101, if you do have like a jump box or something to test the battery, you take the clips out. You want the red to go on the red one. That's often marked by a plus sign, and the negative right there on the negative. And then maybe you can either check your battery or start it, or grab some jumper cables and a neighbor, or call your guys' mobile unit to come out. Another big thing that we talked about are the tires. The tire pressure can drop in the cold. And something that I recently found out this year is when you have a new car, they're not really putting the spares in there anymore. They're putting these little air inflator things. So this plugs into the car, and then you can pump up your tire. You want them all to be even. Talk about why you don't want to drive around on, especially if just one of the tires is flat.
If one of your tires is flat, then it can cause damage to the sidewall. If the damage occurs to the sidewall, then the tire's not repairable. You would have to buy a new tire. So underinflated or overinflated tires is not a good thing.
Yeah, you don't have to get a whole new tire. Yeah. So you can check for the PSI on the inside of the driver's side door, and most of all, stay safe and stay warm.
Thank you, Amanda. And it's always a good idea to keep blankets in your car this time of year. We want you to stay warm and stay safe this weekend, so make sure you stay tuned to ABC 15 News and our weather app to keep tabs on the cold temperatures and possible wintry mix this weekend.